right, welcome back to round number 3 of 4 here at Guardian Games. We're playing some Modern. It's Modern Mondays. We're in Portland, Oregon. We're Portland Paper. And we have Travis Cooper, me, in the booth, hanging out with.
Vinny Balestre.
And Ian Lunger.
I stopped doing your superlative intros.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
We have an exciting match here.
What do we got?
We have Simic Urza versus Naya Midrange.
You know, if chat asks for something, we try. And it was kind of blew me away a little bit. I feel like it's, a little bit like hashtag too soon. But chat was like asking for Urza decks.
Is that true?
Yeah, chat asked
what?
for Urza
I
decks
missed it.
round
Oh,
one,
okay.
yeah.
Well, I mean, I do love Urza, and I've been playing Urza even after the ban for a little bit, and I think there's still a lot there. You still get a lot of good cards, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you got Urza's just a house.
Urza's huge. I mean, being Simic, I actually don't think he's Simic. I think he's whatever. I think it's Bug, which is important because I'm gonna talk about how good Tezzeret is.
Okay.
Tezzeret's really good. That's really the point I was gonna make. I said it. The black-blue Tezzeret, it's so good post-sideboard. I don't know if there's one on the list, but
Turning a bunch of artifacts and astrolabes into 5/5 is 5/5.
really good.
Yeah.
Really good. Being able to like create a situation where you like plus a bunch because you have some Thopters to block and can deal a bunch of damage that way is also very good. Having access, I think, to Fatal Push and Dread of Winter is, or Dead of Winter. Dead of Winter is like, I think maybe the best sweeper in the format.
Supreme Verdict.
Oh yeah, with the Supreme Verdicts.
It can't
Does
be
this deck play
countered.
Supreme Verdict too, Travis? Name a deck that doesn't play Supreme
No, I
Verdict.
mean, you said like best sweeper in the format. I feel like it's probably maybe the best non-verdict sweeper right now.
Okay, all right, that's fair. Best 3-mana sweeper. How's that? Can we agree on that?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll sign up for that.
All right. Naya midrange starting with Noble Hierarch is almost exactly what they want to do, probably.
Yeah, maybe we're gonna get a Knight of the Reliquary here.
Yep.
I love the art on that too. That's
The Dead of Winter.
yeah.
Oh yeah, Zach Stella, amazing. He's the current art director, I think.
Oh.
At Wizards of the Coast.
Maybe that's why they've had like pretty sweet art lately.
Super good art. Yeah. He went from drawing Trinity Nemesis to becoming the art director. So think about that.
We got the Knights.
And we got a Knight, like you said. Good call.
Yeah, the goose is a little bit late, but there we go.
Bring in the honk. A little bit late, but also like not the worst right now, right? I mean,
No.
having access to a turn 3 Urza is still very, very good.
Yes, 100%.
What is the most degenerative thing Knight can do in this situation?
Get really big.
Get really big.
That's pretty much it. I mean, you can get, there's a couple silver bullets. Kessig Wolf Run is available. Tends to come into play a little bit later in the game, but it does future-proof you a little bit against Ice Fang Codals, and then at the very least you can turn your kind of smaller creatures into actual damage threats.
I'm kind of tempted. I know this is probably not the right play. I'm kind of tempted to blow up that Astrolabe.
Oh, so fast. You kidding? I think that's a super good play.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think you just pop it
'Cause,
off. Maybe you can
well,
maybe wait one turn, I
Mike
guess. But
would have cast a second Astrolabe if it was in hand.
correct.
Yeah, but now we get the breeding pool. I don't know. It's tempting.
Hard call.
I think I'd keep it up. Having the Exalted trigger is nice, and I don't know.
Yeah, I guess
It
double
just-
exalted creates a clock.
Yeah, it's just such a feel bad to blow up Astrolabe.
It's probably correct. I was just doing some outside the box thinking here, but it's probably not the correct move. Even though I do love straining my opponents on like mana.
Yeah, it looks like Mike has maybe double Urza.
Oh, that's 4.
Arling Cord. Let's pop that card up because we all know what those abilities are.
Modern staple.
Card that's modern legal. It has a flip effect if you plus it.
This does some things. Does anyone know what they do?
I'm assuming it makes a creature bigger. Yeah. Well, Arling Cord, 4 mana Planeswalker, +2, give something +2/+2 and trample, -1, flip it, your opponent becomes a werewolf.
Ian's having a hard time spelling this one on our card fetcher.
Arlin.
That's it. Yeah.
It has vigilance, so we got vigilance from Arling Cord. We know that. I guess this is probably filling. I mean, old Naya decks used to play 4 mana Elspeth to give something +2/+2 and flying, and this maybe does something very similar. Oh, there we go. Look at that. +2/+2 vigilance haste. So something very similar.
Oh,
Whoa.
scary.
Embraced by the moon. It's romantic.
If that wolf is romantic, I'm
to the moon. It's embracing the moon. It's like giving the moon a
I
hug.
was just a little bit concerned about your love life over here.
3 damage to target creature or player. That seems alright. Oh, but you have to transform it back. What does it start at again? Interesting. So I think what is Mike going for here?
Dying?
Maybe just buying another turn to see what else is in the deck. Doing some cute little night tricks here. Or maybe he's holding a land. Oh, well.
I wonder if Kurt could have waited to sack the Pride Mage here. I do think that getting the Thopter Foundry off the table is a smart move, but it's not really doing a whole lot until Mike casts some other spell. So probably could have waited, but it may be ultimately the same result in either case.
Yeah. Yeah, there are lots of moments where, even if he's afraid of the combo, there are lots of moments where he could have interacted with the Thopter Foundry already being in play. One of my favorite tricks, making mana through Astrolabe, counts as snow mana. I love it.
I wonder if we can get a tricky trample damage here through with the knight. With a wolf run.
With what?
Kessig Wolf Run, because we can give the knight vigilance, then we can attack with it, and then use the ability to grab the Wolf Run.
It's crazy.
Which would be so clever.
Dude, see the line, Kurt. See the line, please. Oh, vigilance! Vigilance! It's not a trigger.
Wait. Oh, he did plus.
I think we have to... Yeah, there we go.
Yep, we remembered. It's okay. Float
I'm
red,
sweating
green.
right now. I'm like, come on, do it. Do it.
This is such a hard line to see.
Oh, we want to see it so bad, though. Yes. Yes.
We doing it?
We're like 90% of the way there.
Werewolf Tribal over here. Arling Cord, Kessig Wolf Run.
Yes. So sick. Yes!
Oh, there we go. We did it. That's a pretty great play. Yeah.
Combo.
That's the line.
I don't even think he needs to pump it. He just gives it trample is enough, right? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Should be a 10-10, I think. Yeah. Oh, a 10-10 plus 2 from the Kessig Wolf Run, so 12. Yep, that was enough.
Oh, I'm glad that happened. Sorry, Mike.
I think that Mike could have popped. Oh no, he tapped the food token. Shoot. Yeah, he should have double. Yeah, I mean, had to see the double block, but.
And
I mean, I couldn't figure out the line, and I'm the Urza player, so I'm sympathizing here.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think you double block really,
No,
right?
yeah,
because then you lose your construct and Urza.
Yeah, I think you probably should throw the construct in front of it, though, if anything. Oh, he had a second Urza in hand, though, so it didn't matter. That's what he was. He'd rather keep an artifact in play. Yep. Sideboards. Here.
What do we got?
I know we've got Dead of Winters, which seem pretty good. Pretty good. 3 Fatal Pushes probably coming in. 3 Ashiok's maybe going on the mill plan. Is that not an option? Well, I mean, Ashiok actually turns off Night, so like maybe there's like something.
Yeah.
We're feeling a stretch there. All right. Veil of Summer, not very good. Pithing Needle, also I think probably not the matchup you wanted in.
Yeah.
Pithing Needle, Arlen Cord.
I mean,
you can remember
Plague
what the backside
Engineer
does.
seems pretty decent.
The what?
Plague Engineer?
Oh, he's not playing Dead of Winter. He's playing Plague Engineer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there we go. Plague Engineer seems great.
Pithing Needle would be decent. I do think Kurt is playing Ren and 6. I thought that there were 4 copies the last time we saw this deck, so I don't know. It might have a place, but it seems medium enough that probably not worth bringing in.
It feels like Mike might not know that that's a thing that Kurt has, so he's just thinking, oh, Pithing Needle shuts down like maybe random fetch land or Night, which is like, eh. Kurt, what's he bringing in?
We've got a Blast Zone out of the sideboard, which I think is pretty good. Thalia's maybe seems like at least it's like a little disruptive and can do some work. And Chandra Tortured Defiances are probably
seems pretty sweet.
Pretty good. Yeah, another Night as well if we want to just try and be on the Night plan. I don't know. One in the sideboard seems weird, but maybe there's a reason for that.
Are you talking about the Night of Autumn?
It's a Night of Autumn.
Yeah.
That seems
Yeah,
good.
I think the Night of Autumn is good.
They do look
Not all Knights are of the
surprisingly
Reliquary.
similar. It's like
This side, okay, I just want to clarify
the
for chat. Like the picture I take of the sideboard is like very quickly done, and like I just like spread it out. I don't want to like throw people's like 15 cards across the table. So like
I can sort of see. I saw the gears turning in your head there.
I was
like
why would you
is
keep
one
one
in
in
the
the sideboard? Like,
Can
what kind
we
of,
wish
like-
for this? Or
yeah, like
what?
which shenanigan do you have in your deck that you would want one in your sideboard? Yeah, Night of Autumn seems great. Yeah, it seems very good.
It's part of the Glittering Wish package.
Ooh, Engineered Explosives. Well, not good enough. We've got a Berserker Elf.
These 3-color pile decks, I do love that 3-color decks just are always at the top tables. We've got our Juns, we got Travis on Jeskai, we got our Nayas.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, Modern's mana base, right?
Yep.
Even like the Horizon lands just like fix anything that you used to be punished for.
Yeah, it's like Modern's mana bases lend themselves to these 3-color piles. Legacy, it's like 4 to 5-color piles.
Yeah.
I feel like Astrolabe has sort of changed that, where it, even though a lot of the 3-color piles get hosed with Blood Moon, but there's enough of those piles that are playing the Astrolabe that Blood Moon's not quite as good of a sideboard card, even though I think it's pretty good right now.
Somebody call the pound. The cats are loose.
Oh. Oh. If Kurt has 4 of them in play, does he have that weird disease that you get from like cat's poop, where it's like,
What?
there's a weird fungus that you get from cats where it makes you want to have more cats.
Michael did Maul to 6. I've never heard of that.
I'm not making it up. It's a real thing.
Or we'll just take your word for it.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Chat's got my back.
Toxoplasma Gondii.
See, it's a-
Toxoplasma Gondii, Lord of Luxury.
Oh.
I think that Mike not fatal pushing the Nactyl on his turn at the end of turn is a sure sign that he probably doesn't have one. And I think if I'm Urza, I'm pretty afraid of a quick beatdown plan here.
Well, there's a push in Mike's hand.
Oh, there is?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Maybe it was drawn
He's
for
a better
turn.
player than I am, so if he's a reason not to... Maybe he's afraid of... I guess he has EE as well, right? So maybe hoping like it's... I don't know, like play a Hierarch and try and really commit to coming in.
Wow. We got a...
Oh,
Oh, we're going for the 2-for-1. That's what.
yeah,
that's what's happening.
that's gonna feel great. Well, not playing the push was a fantastic call.
Yeah, I was really surprised that he took the damage. I could have. My thought process was maybe Mike's going to see if there's a 1-drop played before combat, like a Hierarch or something, and then you're really going for the 2-for-1 with the explosives. But to take damage, I was like,
Yeah, I think having access to Thepter Foundry makes you feel more invulnerable. Like you don't mind damage as much as long because you know you'll recoup it later in the game as long as you don't die on turn 3 or 4. The Sultai Urza list that I've been looking at have played Mystic Sanctuary, so it's interesting too that we didn't. I don't know. Maybe there's no easy way to push. Mystic push. Oh yeah, this is just as good. I don't know. I'm trying to be too cute. The real baller play is when we just take 6 here because we're like, go ahead, play your 1-drop.
Well, Kurt plays the planes and attacks and then borrows charms to save all his dudes. But that doesn't happen. The cats die.
And we see Pride Mage?
On the bright side, Kurt is saved from Toxoplasma Gandhi.
We're gonna Google this while we're hanging out eating some food after the stream. We're looking this up. You're counting something, Vinny. What are you counting?
I'm not sure. Goose seems great in the phase of run and 6. Can't be pinged down. Feeling good there. I think we play the Emery that we have in our hand as well. Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's gonna
Having access to get EE back seems very, very good right now.
Yeah, it's gonna eat a lightning bolt. I think the Emery Mystic Sanctuary interaction is also pretty cool.
Oh, that you're just like milling value and then your Mystic Sanctuary's back. Yeah, very good.
I actually think Emery shines more in the builds of the deck since Mox has been out of Modern.
Agreed.
Where before it was like, it's really, really good sometimes, but it doesn't matter because the rest of your deck is just like so insane.
Mm-hmm.
But now like you kind of need to lean on it a little bit more.
Yeah. And I mean, I think just like this turn we just saw, Emery at 2 mana is still so good.
Ooh, if we're playing mid-range, we got a Tireless Tracker and a Ren and
Yes,
6. So
plus the Ren, get the fetch, play the tracker, play the fetch, do it.
Oh no, we're doing
play the Bloodbraid Elf.
Whew. You don't have it in there not to play it. Huh.
Boarded in the Chandras. Boarded in lots of land. Only land. Ugh. Seems good.
Decent hit.
I mean, we have some interesting lines still from Mike's side, right? He can push them both.
I did want to note there, I generally prefer to plus the Ren and 6 before I play Blood Raid in these types of decks if I'm playing like 3 or more Rens.
Kurt's not getting a land back in hand. He's just plussing it. Because he hit Knight, which is I think why Kurt took that line, because if you hit Knight, you don't want the land not in your graveyard.
Ooh.
Okay.
Look, he's big. Brilliant plays at Guardian Games. You want to play with the best? Come to Portland.
I mean, there's a little bit of dyssynergy with those two cards, but I feel like they also can synergize interestingly well too.
And I think maybe if you have I'm really reaching, but like, what is the like protection from a color land?
Oh, it is a Serengis,
something like that.
Step.
Yeah, maybe you can do some cute stuff there with like a way to like sack it, bring it back, or something. I don't know. Or you can only sack a plains in a forest. Is that what Knight does?
Look at this amazing chat we've got here, being so educational.
We all learn something every Monday.
Thanks, chat.
I learned about Aether Gust. Didn't take the double push line.
What are we putting back on top? What is it?
Whir of Invention went back on top. Also seems like a great choice for Sanctuary. Yeah, because now we can whir for 4.
Oh, we got one piece of the combo in hand.
This construct's kind of a little baby. It's one of the smaller constructs I've seen.
It's a little ballerina.
Mm-hmm.
wonder
Because it's a 2/2. I thought of that joke the other week.
The what?
It's a ballerina because it's a 2/2.
Oh my
Cons.
gosh. Oh my gosh.
It's
like painful.
This is that round 3 humor coming out.
Is the bonus segment after this just like dad jokes? Is that what this?
No, we have a real bonus segment with real music, Vinny. Come on.
Yeah, we even have music for a segment.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited to hear it. I think what Urza's probably afraid of here is like bolt ping from Ren, or path. Just a path, I guess, is also really brutal.
Yeah, the deck really does lean on Urza. I wonder what our intro music would be if we did have a section on. I feel like we could have a joke segment, but they'd all have to be magic related, and we could
There are a lot of
probably only just do
magic-related
one
jokes.
joke a week because
Yeah.
we don't want to drive away viewership.
One joke. You get one joke. Sub only. We turn the channel to sub only at that point. All right, here we go. Just Value Town of like clues, drawing cards.
Well, someone's going to be gaining infinite life here momentarily. What do we got in hand? Can you
That
see
looks
it?
like an ancient grudge in hand, actually.
I think it is an ancient grudge, but even
Which-
that might not be fast enough.
For real?
Yeah, because you just play the sword and then whir for the. Oh, actually, sorry. You need another non-token artifact. So I get. Oh, he's gonna draw the whir. Yeah, actually, that might not be good enough.
Kind of would have liked playing another land there too, so you could grudge and flash it back if you needed to.
Yes. So I think you have to grudge right now.
We're thinking.
That's not the card you want to read. You really want to read Thopter Foundry.
I don't.
Well, Thopter Foundry's not out yet, but
Right, but I
If
mean,
we
it doesn't,
let-
he's
if
like, I'm not going to grudge this, which is fine.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Once
But
Thopter Foundry comes into play, then he loses it.
right, if we let Thopter Foundry enter the battlefield, we're in trouble right here, aren't
Correct.
we?
Correct.
I
If
don't
he
think
lets
there's any
Thopter
way to
Foundry
get
enter the
around it, right?
battlefield, I don't think that there's an opportunity for him to.
Actually, no, because
Oh, yeah, he just still grudges it. That's fine. He just gets a 1/1 Thopter with a sword equipped to it.
right,
Yeah.
because we can't go off. Or wait, can Michael go off infinite in response though?
No, because he needs another non-token artifact, because Thopter Foundry is non-token.
Right, right. Okay, let this resolve.
Correct. And now that Kurt was in the tank for 100 hours, I would just go get
That
his
wasn't
Mary
100
Bridge.
hours. That was like my. This is the thing that matters.
It's a super hard call. I guess you can actually make 2 Thopters, because you can sack it itself with Urza. Oh, there we go. Just like brilliant plays here on the Urza side. Just like he knows that there's a response somewhere, so like trying to bait it out in any incorrect way possible.
Oh, I think this is maybe a huge problem.
Huge
so,
problem.
Yeah,
Huge
so
problem.
Kurt fetched, and Michael, I believe, has the.
Oh, he should have done it right there. He should have
Yeah,
done
I
response to
think
fetch.
Michael had the ability to go off in response. Yeah.
Well, so he also could be afraid of like a 1 mana spell, right? So like in the same way that Urza is trying to make him misplay, there's
wait.
a reason for Naya to misplay as well. He made 1 black with
right.
which also is a very odd play. So I'm immediately skeptical, right?
Oh man, does Kurt have the Bajuka Bog? That would be another fun one.
Bajuka Bog doesn't do it yet.
No, it wouldn't do it yet, but it would be just kind of like another piece to that puzzle.
What? I guess like so now he has 1 white floating. So you're like he has a path. So.
Dude, I like this. Kurt's making this really confusing for Michael.
Well, I mean, Michael leading with the Fatal Push is an amazing play.
Yeah, but Michael has just a lot of things to think about that Kurt could have here.
Yeah.
I don't even know what phase we're in right now.
We have a pat. Oh, so he has the 3rd land to flash it back anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now he has 2 mana.
Wait, you can respond.
No, he can't because Ancient Grudge is on the stack. He can't flash it back yet. So yeah, he has infinite.
So Kurt needed to make Michael make the first move here.
Yep.
Yeah,
there were lots of like that Ancient Grudge in response to the Whir would have done it. Wow, that was crazy. That was such good play on both sides of the table.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, they should have played a land. And sure enough, Knight of the Reliquary is a land.
Kurt was so close. It's just these are the timing windows that you get it wrong. I mean, I would say you get it wrong once, but like this is the sort of thing where you get it wrong a couple of times usually. And it takes a bit to kind of like recognize the exact timing windows that you're going to have to take advantage of.
Yeah, well, and I think Magic is often about playing the other side of the table and knowing what your opponent is doing and seeing your opponent lead with a Fatal Push when you know they have a Whir in hand and they're representing the infinite combo, like causes you to have to expand well beyond the scope of thought of just singularly interrupting the combo. I thought, like super good play on both sides. Also, Ren and 6 did so much work there for Naya midrange. That card was great. I'm always I get that it's like a 2-mana planeswalker and like way better than Tybalt, but like, I mean it is, right?
I feel like if Ren and 6 was like walking around wearing an attitude shirt, that's what it would say. It's like, yeah, who's way better than Tybalt? This guy with 2 thumbs.
I always am like, this seems okay. You get to get a land back, whatever. Like, it's fine. But yeah, it always does so much work. Well, knowing that there's an Ancient Grudge in the deck now is also super good knowledge for the Urza side.
Do you change your boarding at all knowing that, or do you just kind of like to be aware of it as a possible response?
I think you just need to be aware of it as a possible response, and knowing that like sometimes you can play through like a single Abrade, but knowing that Ancient Grudge is going to have the flashback effect on it can make a big difference.
I'm curious. I want to go back and watch that and see if there is a point, if there is a Bajuka Bog, if you could have gotten Mike to commit to sacrificing, and if fetching a bog would have worked out depending on how you sequenced your spells.
Yeah, that was a very, very interesting line. All right, heated match, game 3, 17 minutes left. Who are you putting your money on, Travis?
Well, Kurt is on the play. I feel like now it's tainted results because I've seen a mulligan happening. So if someone's on
Stop watching the stream. Just commentate. I mean, I would pick Naya midrange, I think.
I'm actually on the Urza deck right now.
All right. Well, we'll see. I feel like it has enough tools in Qasali Pride Mage, Ancient Grudge, Path to Exiles that like there are lots of ways to stop that combo from happening.
Yeah, I don't want to. I feel bad saying I think the Urza deck's gonna win because I actually really dislike Urza as like design space.
I think this keep from Urza is really interesting. So he kept Bauble, 4 lands, Urza, Fatal Push. So there's like not a lot to do after that first Fatal Push. I mean, Bauble is very, very good by all means. I think one of them is a Mystic Sanctuary as well. So maybe
Fatal Push did get a free divination, so that's always nice.
Yeah, that's true. Ooh.
Oh man, Voice of Resurgence seems very medium in this matchup, and Kurt agrees.
Straight to the
tosses it to the bottom. Kurt does have a Ren in 6 that looks primed for turn 2. I do like Ren here.
Ren in 6 does such a great job of sort of negating mulligans.
Oh, definitely.
And also it allows you to kind of reduce the land, or if you want to, like in decks like Jund, you can reduce the land count just because you just need 2 lands and a Ren, and you're pretty gassed from there.
I've been saying this for a long time. It's been my soapbox is reduce the land count in Jund, and it's finally started to happen. I still think that could be reduced farther, but it's started to happen.
Whew. Gotta read it. Hasn't been on the board in a while.
It's so hilarious because this used to be like such a staple.
Oh, it used to be so good. Yeah. It was like $2. It's one of those mythics that was like a $2 pre-order, and then like the week after release was like $35.
And it stayed that way for a long time.
Long time.
Because like literally, voice and the voice token were the most expensive things in the set.
The token was like $4 or something.
No, the token was like $15.
Oh my
it was
gosh,
like the
so
second
ridiculous.
most expensive
So
card.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
All right, so we've played our Fatal Push. We're bobbling. We drew. Is that an Ashiok?
It
We
is.
drew the Ashiok. We brought in the
Yeah.
Ashiok to beat the Knights.
Feels pretty medium to me.
Well,
I guess it's like a
in the
fog.
face of Voice of Resurgence, I don't know. Yeah, it's a fog, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. You like commit big to a Knight, you start doing some tricks, you like get rid of their board, and maybe they're just stuck with a bunch of 2/2s for a while.
I do love a whole team of ballerinas on my side.
Well, they're 3/3s, so
Oh.
exalted ballerinas. Well, we need some artifacts here to start powering up Urza. I mean, one Astrolabe isn't doing a ton. This is an interesting choice.
Is Urza in hand?
Urza is in hand, yeah.
Okay.
Kept it in the opener. It's an interesting choice to tick down and become vulnerable or just pass. Yep, just passing.
No, we tick down.
Oh,
1.
Ashiok starts at 5?
Yeah.
God. That card's really good. It's been in every sideboard tonight. This Naya midrange deck, it has 3 Ashioks in the sideboard.
I feel like that's
doesn't.
because Titan's like such a huge deck at this point.
That's true, yeah.
And Ashiok just does a...
It is very, very good at keeping Titan under control.
It's almost better than Blood Moon.
Yeah, agreed.
Two.
Pinging down the Ashiok. Like there's a war for its spark.
Oh.
Alright, jam the Urza. Feel good with our 2/2 construct token.
Yeah.
I don't think we've seen Kurt path yet.
No,
I'm waiting for the path here. Does Voice of Resurgence, does it affect does it trigger on abilities as well, or is it just spells?
Just spells.
Okay.
Just spells. Be too good if it counted abilities, because fetch lands would get real awkward there.
Aether Spellbound bounces permanent.
Would it be too good? Would it? Yeah, it would be too good.
I thought Spellbomb only bounced creatures, but it could be. I feel like that's a card that's on my periphery. But
Yeah, agreed. I never actually played it in my Urza list.
Oh, speak of path. You got it.
Are we gonna spend it on an Urza though?
I mean, the answer is probably yes. Can you bounce?
Target
So,
creature.
oh, I guess you
So
could save your own Urza.
You can save your own Urza, which is cute. Ooh, are we gonna take that? I mean, bouncing your Urza, playing another Urza to get a second construct seems very, very good. Yep, and that is the line we found. Feels bad, feels bad.
Because that was awkward because you also had the minus with Ren Lightning Bolt plan, and then you have path left over if you saw this as a line. I feel like that. I think we have a Lightning Bolt left over in Kurt's hand.
I think so as well.
So that's
yeah.
a way you'd for sure deal with Urza.
Yikes. To be plus... Can't even plus and kill the construct, huh?
I mean, I think we definitely attack in with the Exalted trigger here.
No, we have not had a land played this turn.
No. Do you want me to step out and clarify?
Yeah. Ooh, well, we're getting to Knights. I guess we can kill the Urza next turn.
It's nighttime, Travis.
Dad joke central, but those are kind of. I feel like that's stretching it a little bit. It is nighttime though in Portland, Oregon. We are in Pacific Standard Time.
What are we getting a Mystic Sanctuary, you think, to get back? Yeah.
What are we putting on top?
Fatal push back on top, trying to start to answer those knights.
Every time people fetch Mystic Sanctuary, I just really want there not to be 3 islands on the battlefield. I just want one time.
Ooh, so huh. I guess maybe we're just gonna block some stuff. And
Ooh, that feels pretty good for Kurt there, not to see that one of those constructs come in at Ren.
yeah. I mean, I guess the Ren, you're right, opens up the bolt ping line on Urza.
Yes, 100%. I feel like that's a must-answer card. Because those constructs are going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4 4s?
1, 2, 3, 4 4s, yep.
Speaking of, it's nighttime in Portland, where are folks watching from? I'm curious. Always curious where chat's tuning in from. Folks want to let us know? You need to hear?
Across the river is so far. I never want to travel across the river.
Like Vancouver across the river? Or the west side.
or like the Mississippi.
Yeah. There's so many.
Oh, Vancouver, that river. Gotcha. Oh, all over. Nice. Minnesota. Love Minnesota. Yep. Here
No tricks for you now. So basically, Kurt
no tricks. Well, I guess we're going to draw Fatal Push, which isn't great, huh?
Kurt just gave Michael effectively an extra construct because of not going for that line the last time.
Well, if you went for it last time, you would still have bounced it, right?
Yeah, but then you had the path back up.
Oh, I see, I see.
Okay, you know what's really fun with Thalia?
Tell me.
Kessig Wolf Run.
Because Thalia's first strike?
Yes.
Okay, any first strike creature we would have been an exception.
Yeah.
I mean...
But Thalia, particularly, super fun.
But now Arling Cord costs 5, so, I mean, you know, it hurts a little bit.
Swinging for 4?
1, 2, 3, 4. 4, but the ability to make another food token. Yikes. All right, that's like a giant Voice of Resurgence now.
It's a 4/4. Oh, everyone that's playing tonight is like on their token game. Yeah.
Point. That Fatal Push looks pretty good in front of that token, though.
Are we getting another Urza? Did we top deck an Urza?
We did top deck an Urza because you know it's Urza. Just picking how
I like that stunt. That stunt with the forest, we kind of moved it into the creature zone for a minute there, and then moved it back and slammed the Urza.
That's so.
Which for Team Naya's, it's a huge feel bad at this point. It's a lot of beef worth of construct, and Urza makes that lot of beef worth of construct really hard to get through.
So yeah, the Thalia is almost moot at this point.
Yeah, your wild Nicodle deck versus that many constructs is pretty rough.
I mean, he knows he has Fatal Push. I guess it doesn't matter. I would not tap my food token though, because I feel like 3 life could become very relevant suddenly.
Have we had a permanent leave the battlefield on Mike's side this turn?
No.
Yeah.
But he has the food token, right?
I think, but he was
also fetch land.
Yeah.
Also fetch land.
It looked like he was getting ready to fire off a push on something, which you'd have to, you can't just push without saying hold priority.
Right.
Wait, what? Hold priority. It's his turn.
I know, but if you cast push and you wait for your opponent to respond, and they don't, you can't then go and be like,
you
now I'm
didn't
going to
sack a
fetch.
creature. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think I would target the token, though. Well, maybe you target the knight. I don't know.
Yep, there we go.
Why?
Getting it black? What are we doing? We're unsure. We're remixing here. It's like a DJ scratching sideways.
Urza had some time things going on, a couple devices that could manipulate time in certain ways. We go forward a little, we go back a little. Just pass turn. There we go. The penultimate. I don't know what I'm doing past turn. I'm pretty sure I'm safe regardless of what I do. So.
Show us the wolf run.
I'm wolf run in front of a 1, 2, 3,
Yeah, that's-
4, 5,
don't think-
6, 6,
I
3,
think
6, 6.
we're just trying to grow this night.
Yeah.
All right, fine. We'll
What?
wait on the wolf run this time.
Yeah, I like the. We're gonna shuffle though and not fetch right
Well,
away.
I don't think you're going to fetch because Kurt might be thinking if I draw a tireless tracker, then I can play a tracker and then fetch. So
Okay, all right.
that's
That's a super good reason to do that. Do you draw tracker?
nope, just your land.
Tracker would have been better. Just hard facts here.
Yeah, Michael top decked an Urza. Why didn't Kurt top deck something good? I don't understand.
That was Urza 3 turns in a row. Gross. I mean, one Urza was the same Urza, but. Confirming sizes of their XX tokens.
We have been accused before of being biased on this channel, and we do sometimes fall into biased ways. There is a degree of rooting for the underdog deck, and so I think, we're a little bit excited to see Naya on stream.
I mean, the Ancient Grudge last game almost did it, right? Like, we were so close.
Yeah, I feel like we're definitely player biased here, usually rooting for folks that our commentators are strongly rooting against them because they're playing decks that you hate, which is a thing that happens sometimes.
Is there a better value land that we can get with a Knight and Ren and 6? Like, do we go get Horizon Canopy, pop Horizon Canopy, bring back Horizon Canopy, play Horizon Canopy, pop Horizon Canopy, right? There's a way to cycle through 2 cards instead of just playing a Plains.
Well, Plains was yeah.
I mean, I would have not played the Plains, yeah.
I feel
Right,
like-
but then the Knight's tap down, and the Knight is a decent blocker for these to keep the Ren alive here.
True. Oh, yeah, but he has Fatal Push, so, like,
Oh, right.
push the Knight, activate the
Well,
Knight,
now you're grabbing something.
go get Horizon Canopy.
Do you? Or do you get Wolf Run?
You gotta get Horizon Canopy. You're not gonna get through 3 6/6s. 3 7/7s next turn. Like, Goose plus the construct tokens is just brutal.
Ooh, Blast Zone.
Oh, that's not that good.
It comes into play with
No.
a counter.
Not
Yeah.
that good. Well, how do you remove a counter in a Naya deck?
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah.
You don't do that. Can we confirm Michael did pay the Thalia tax here
For what?
for the Fatal Push?
We should maybe go out and let them know. 'Cause I
He
don't-
did.
He did?
He had Island, Watery Grave untapped.
Okay.
Because all he did was play Urza last turn.
Why did we
Okay.
do that?
Why did he do what?
No, why didn't we get Blast Zone? I feel confused.
Yeah, I think I like the Horizon Canopy line better as well. If I assume it's in the, we've seen it in the deck,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, we talked about it. I mean, so Blast Zone does kill Goose, which I think is going to get out of control, and the Astrolabe, but
Yeah, you just. Why does it have counters on it?
there's 2 constructs.
Yeah.
There are 2 untapped constructs.
Okay.
Right. So we have what? It's a 4/4 against 2 4/4s.
It's a
No, they're
3/3.
5/5s.
5/5s with the ability to activate Goose and put another food token.
Right,
So
and
6/6s.
so the voice token is a 4/4 because of the Noble Hierarch Exalted trigger,
Yeah.
but that is still smaller than either of the 2 5/5s. But we are gonna detonate. We're gonna detonate the Blast Zone here, which turns the construct. It's still the math still doesn't work. It still doesn't work.
Still 5/5s.
We're still losing.
5/5s. I'm telling you, the food tokens are so
No, they're
good.
4/4s, but they're
There's 2 food tokens and 3 constructs. 5/5s. He
Oh,
made a
yeah.
food token when he popped the blast.
all right. Fair. Dang it!
Urza! Shakes fist at sky. I mean, if Kurt finds a way to put away these constructs, though, there's like not a whole lot. I guess we're starting to activate Urza even with just land, so that's pretty disgusting.
I do like the design space of Blast Zone of like it has to have a counter on it because otherwise that card would just be nuts.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Ancient Grudge off the top is actually pretty huge. Um, is there isn't there like a card from Time Spiral that is it lets you remove a counter? Maybe it only lets you remove a time counter.
Well, I mean, Vampire Hexmage is a legal card that is in Modern.
True.
If Michael just gets a fatal push, I think we just swing for lethal here.
Yep.
Seems good. Figuring out our tapped and untapped food tokens. Had to shuffle Urza, an annoying part of that card, but a fair part.
Bad card design. Bad card design.
Like if you didn't have to shuffle, he would be too good, right? That's the line that we don't want to
too
cross.
good. Yeah.
He's pretty good. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got?
Okay, that's a pretty paltry mill. However, if the Emery does stay on the battlefield, it's worth quite a bit.
I think, why don't we just kill Kurt? Is there a reason why we're not killing Kurt?
I think maybe because he's realizing that he can kill him next turn.
Save your...
Saving your constructs if in case you have to activate Urza more times.
Oh, it wasn't a push, it was an Ashiok.
Oh. Yep. Smart play by Kurt here, fetching so he doesn't get turned off by Ashiok.
I do not see a combination of cards that Kurt could have.
I mean,
Well, there's
Ancient
this-
Grudge buys him some turns.
There's
but-
also Wrath of God, which Kurt is probably not playing. But it does cost 2 white, and it's in the right colors.
It is. Oh, there's Ancient Grudge. Goodbye, Ancient Grudge. I think that's the only one in the sideboard as well.
There is unfortunately no time for Kurt to flashback the Ancient Grudge in between the Ashiok's ability starting to resolve and finishing its resolution.
We've had pretty full matches here. I think we had 3 matches that all concluded but went to time in the last game.
Yeah, yeah, very tight lines there. Very tight lines. Yeah, and super good matches and good play on both sides.
Yeah. Seen Ashiok cropping up.
Yeah, get your Ashioks now if you haven't already purchased the uncommon from War of the Spark.
Well, okay, so if we're gonna go, we got a segment. I think now might be time for the segment.
Oh yeah.
Alright.
I wasn't prepared for this, but I'm picking.
Well, you're gonna be the one that reads.
I'm gonna be first. Oh man. Oh, we have music.
Yeah, it's happening.
Text me.
Text me. I love it. So favorite flavor text, and we're going all the way back to 7th edition. For Boyle, a card that's spiked up in popularity recently due to the turn all of your lands into
Dad bod
everything.
Dryad.
Yeah.
Dryad of the Elysian Grove, if
Yeah.
I may.
But the flavor text of this card is, "It is a slaughter, the death of a sea. Never speak of it again." From the Lord of Atlantis, which I think is like a pretty amazing character to be commenting on Boyle. Not what I would have expected.
Yeah, they give you the reverse here of somebody experiencing the boil. And if you've seen people experience boil on the other side of the table, they might say things like this.
Yeah, it's tilting.
The death of a match, the loss of a game.
I'm just gonna say, as someone that pretty much plays Control in Modern and has forever, sometimes different things. All my decks always have islands in them. I'm really grumpy at Amulet for a lot of different reasons, but this card specifically is like, god damn it. Now, why do they have to have, like, Prismatic Omen on a creature so everyone's like, oh, I could do something tricky and cool and blow up all their lands? It sucks. It's an instant.
Yeah, you're just an unfortunate victim of also playing islands.
I'm caught in the crossfire, I'm trying to fight the good fight over here with my islands. I'm not even playing Uro. I'm just I'm playing lightning bolts and islands. I'm not trying to combo you out.
You're just playing Snapcaster Mages, doing your thing,
I'm the
getting
opponent
punished.
you want to face. We're going to play a fun game of Magic with interaction, but then you just blow up all my islands.
Yeah, yeah. And I love the fact that it's an instant. Like choke at sorcery speed for 3 mana is sometimes a blowout, like off of a mana dork
Yeah.
or something. But like being a 4 mana instant and having to fear it permanently is the worst.
Yeah, force a negation, you're choked, fine. In-step boil me, can't force a negation that.
Yeah.
Well, that's the flavor for the week, and we're gonna. Looks like the next round's already posted, so we're just gonna, get off the mics for a couple seconds, and we'll be right back.